Hi, I'm Stephen from Archery Supplies, and this is my little poodle, Marla. Today we're going to unbox our first shipment from Elite Archery. So this is the shipment behind me. So this is the first shipment I've ever had from Elite Archery. So I want to go through a bit of history on Elite. Elite is part of the Outdoor Group. The Outdoor Group is made up, so it's owned by a finance company. It's made up of Scott, which is the release aids, CBE, which is sights, hunting and target, Slick Trick broadheads, Winner's Choice bowstrings. There's a couple of other little things there too, but they're the main ones I know of. So now with Elite, so years and years ago, back when Elite was first established, I was the Bowtech distributor in Australia, and I was selling 700 Bowtechs a year. Now my shop, my view is that customers should be able to have access to whatever bow they want and try them out. So I'm a big fan of having lots of bows in my shop, lots of different makes, lots of different models. So people can come in and try them out and see which ones they like. To me, an archery shop's a toy shop for boys. And when I say boys, it's mainly boys who come into my shop. So with Elite, when I had Bowtech said you're not allowed to go for Elite because the engineer for Elite came from Bowtech, and there was a bit of Bowtech didn't like the breakup very much. So back then I wasn't allowed to have Elite from Bowtech. Bowtech then left me. So basically I went to Elite and I said, hey, can I sell your bows? And they basically ignored me. So, and the president at the time was, I'm going to say, a pretty good friend. I used to talk to him literally all the time, and he ignored me. I was like, oh, that's really weird. Now, there was no Elite bows being sold in Australia at the time, really, like, you know, we're talking one or two. So I was like, oh man, this is really hard. So anyway, roll the clock forward so many years, you know, however many years that has been, maybe 10 years. Elite in Australia is handled by a couple. When I say a couple, there's probably 10 stores who handle Elite. And I'm going to say virtually no one has any in stock. So Elite in Australia you don't really see. You know, there's a few given away to a few people. There's a couple of people shooting them. In my state, I'm going to say there's 3, maybe 4 being shot. I know there was one being shot by a hunter in Canberra, but you know, there's a handful being shot. It's not a big brand. Now, back when I was selling Bowtech, I sold 700 Bowtechs a year. I sold 2,000 PSEs a year. Now, Elite is not that mainline bow-like PSE, which has got a budget for every archer. And most of your archers are beginner archers, so that's where most of your sales are pushed. Elite is, as the name suggests, for elite archers. It's the top end bows. It's up against your top end from any bow company. In fact, I would say they only have top end bows. So this is my first shipment. So how did I end up getting Elite? So Elite ignores me for years and years. And I don't know how it happened this year, but they contacted me, my sales guy, I think by mistake, and they gave me a price list. As part of the Outdoor Group, the Elite price list was there. I went, oh cool, I can get Elite. So I placed an order, bang, lots of bows. I wait 2 months, nothing, right? And the guy goes to me, oh, I'm trying to organise and I'm trying to get you on board as an Elite distributor. I'm trying to get you better pricing and, you know, try and get you sorted so I can sell to shops. 3 months rolls on, 4 months rolls on. We're now in March and nothing. Meanwhile, my competitors are going, yay, you don't have Elite and we can just sell 1 Elite at a time and we don't have to stock them and life is good because archery supplies don't have them. This is probably boring the heck out of you, but this is the way the archery game works. Anyway, so I said, look, cancel my Elite order. That's cool. But at the time, my Scott stuff was really slow as well. I went, look, do you really want to sell me Scott or not? Or do I just change to another brand? So anyway, so they then shipped me some Scott products. So Scott was really slow for me for the start of this year, right? So Elite said they were moving from wherever the Scott was made to where Elite is made for the release aids. So the release aids were really, really slow. So anyway, I don't know we're in June now. So I think in about May, June, April, I get a price list sent to me. And they said, do you want to buy 30 bows or something like that, 20 bows, and we'll do you a special deal. I looked at it and I went, probably I would like to have some of these bows in my shop. So, hence the shipment behind me. So now I'm fully set up as an Elite distributor in Australia, so I'm going to be able to supply to all shops. Now, I know nothing about Elite. And when I say nothing, I'm being a bit harsh, but I haven't sold any, right? I haven't really seen any, I haven't shot any, so this is all new to me, okay? As a result, it's sitting in my home in my garage. So I went down to the airport today, sat there, waited for an hour for the guys to pull this out and put it in my truck, because that's how long it takes. It's a terrible process. You just got to sit there and wait for them, and while there's a whole bunch of trucks lined up waiting for exactly the same amount of time to have their shipments released. So it took me the whole afternoon to pick up these products from the airport. So I've lost where I'm up to. Anyway, so this is the new thing. So now I do know about Elite. Elite uses unique cam system. They call it a binary cam or whatever. So it's a twin cam without yokes. All the bows are modular based. Now in Australia, the modules are really, really expensive, about $120 each. Now the first thing is the dealers are all going to hate my butt, because in America they sell for $30, 40 American dollars, somewhere around that, which equates to about 60 Australian dollars. Now the problem is, whenever I start selling stuff, I go, we've got to be pretty competitive with America, otherwise everyone's going to go to America. So while the Australian dealers were making, I don't know, let's say $80 a module or $70 a module, that's not going to happen anymore, because I've got a whole box of modules behind me. So they're all going to hate me. But anyway, the shops now, I said about 60 shops are going to be able to buy Elite bows with modules. So, but I know nothing about these bows. And when I say I know nothing about the bows, I know they're machined, I know they have, certain limbs, and I haven't shot them. So this is all new for me to see what they feel like, to see how they sell. And when I embark in a new brand, I never know if it's going to be successful or not. When I started with Matthews, I said to Matthews, look, I don't know how it's going to sell. I can't give you any estimate with numbers. And they said, you'll sell 10 times as many Matthews as you will PSE. I'm going to sell 20,000 Matthews. No, I didn't. Matthews was a disappointment for me. Now, I think I'm number 1 or number 2 with Matthews in Australia, but it's a huge disappointment for me in sales. I mean, I sell them, but they're very disappointing. Now, with Bowtech, when I sold 700 bows a year, that was a complete shock. I mean, literally, I had pallet loads of bows coming in and pallet loads of bows going out every month. I have never, ever had a bow manufacturer like Bowtech. I mean, I sell lots of PSEs, and I sell way more PSEs now than I ever did with Bowtech, but we're talking expensive bows. With Bowtech, they just rolled out. They rolled in, they rolled out. It was unbelievable. I've never experienced anything like that at all in my archery career. So this is new for me. I'm basically seeing whether this company, Elite, will hit what happened with Bowtech in the past. So we're going to open this all up and we're going to check out these bows and see what they are. Now, if you know about Elite, that's cool. I know nothing about Elite, so this is all new to me. And I figure most of my customers won't know anything about Elite. Now, some things about Elite which customers like that I'm going to mention from people I know who shoot Elite. They do produce 80-pound bows, which PSE don't. The limbs are meant to be rock solid, so that's a good thing. They have, my poodle's now asleep, so I'll put her to sleep, so hopefully you're not asleep. They have, each cam has got a string stop on it, so the cams actually hit the limbs, so it's a rock solid wall. So the paint finish is it's not like PSE. I'm pretty sure it's sort of put into the riser somehow. So it's a really good finish. So that's what I know. Now I don't know if that's what these are going to be like. That's what we're going to open these up for and see what's in there. And and I know I've got PSE clothes on because it's been a cold day. I don't know if I've got Elite clothes which I can change to, but we're going to open these up and let's see. Now the first thing, the compound bows come in these huge boxes. They're about 1.2 meters long by 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters. Each box holds 5 bows. Now with an archery shop, you never know if something's going to be successful or not until you bring it in, until you start selling it. So it's a bit of, I'm going to buy a house, or I'm going to take a risk. It's like going to the casino. For me, this is like gambling. Buying a product, not knowing if it's going to be successful. I mean, Elite don't tell me how many Elites they sell in Australia, so it's really hard for me to know the impact of this product. But when I sold 700 Bowtechs in Australia, I know Bowtech was never that big. It just caught on fire. It was amazing. Okay, so this here is filled with, this box is filled with an Impulse 31, option 6, and option 6. Now you're going to say, why am I doing this at home? And I've probably already addressed this. I'm going to put these all up online tonight and price them. So I brought everything home in the back of my van, and I'm going to price it all tonight, or hopefully tonight, and put it all online because I don't get any time in the shop with phone calls and orders and stuff. Now I don't know anything about these bows, so I've got a tablet behind me to tell me a bit about them. So the option 6 is a 342 feet per second bow, 32 inches axle axle. Now this is the new bow for this year. Now Elite have got a whole bunch of options as far as camo is concerned, and it does my head in because as a shop I want to stock, I'm going to say mossy oak, and stock all mossy oak accessories. Elite has got this huge range of colours, and I'm like, which colour do I stock? Which colour accessories do I stock? It becomes very hard. So I've tried to stick with black and real tree. So let's have a look at the option. Oh, and the other thing Elite do is they change the colour of the limbs. So this one here is a real tree riser, black limbs, 70 pound, 29 inches. Wow, this is it's like Christmas when you open your first bow. Because honestly, I hadn't seen one, so I haven't been to the ATO show for a few years, so I haven't seen one of these bows. Look, I hadn't seen one, it's only on the internet, so when you see it up close, and I have watched a few reviews on people, but everyone's reviews I get, everyone says this is a gross piece of bow since sliced bread, and it well might be, but everyone says that about every review I've ever seen. Now, okay, let's look up close. Machine limb pockets to start with. Split limbs. Now they used to be solid limbs on Elite, so that's new. The cam system. This is different. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so down here, this is where this stop here, as you pull it back, it's going to rotate around here and then hit this. So instead of hitting the limb, that's pretty clever. Pretty clever. They have limb dampeners. These are quite good. They seem really solid in here. Now they're made by Limb Saver. They look like good things. The graphics are nice on the limbs. You got these, whatever these things are, like they're meant to increase the speed of the bow. Now this was interesting. Back when the designer Strother went to Elite, I'm pretty sure when he went to Elite, back then people were putting knocking points on their strings. I'm pretty sure it was him who came with the idea of putting the rubber finger things on the string just here. Now Elite have obviously progressed on since there to these these little things here. Now that's to increase the speed of the bow. I don't know if you can buy them separate or what. Now the riser. The riser to me looks... It doesn't look like there's much material here. It's pretty skeleton-like. Like here it's all hollowed out. So while in the pictures this all looks solid, it's actually all like it's all machined out to reduce the weight of the bow. The cables, it's a roller cable system, very much like the Matthews system. You can change the torque on the cable guard through here. That's quite a good little feature. There's a little locking screw there, and you can just move it backwards or forwards. So that's quite a good feature. The cables are served, that's good. The string's a winner's choice, they're not a bad string. Two-piece bow quiver. I like two-piece bow quivers, especially for Australia for walking around the bush. Now this is a what? 32-inch axle-ax, so it looks much longer. The balance, it balances slightly forward, but I reckon when I shoot this bow, the grip, now I shot an Elite before, it was a second-hand one I did a review on. This grip is much narrower. To me, it's a cross between a Hoyt and a PSE. It's a square kind of bridge here. It feels like it's angled out a little bit. Little wood plates on the side. It's sort of machined on the shelf up. So my first impressions of this Elite, lower mount stabilizer hole here. What do these sell for in America? Let me just go and click on it. Like, I really like this, the look of this bow, the feel of it. The little logo here looks pretty cool. This is a pretty cool bow. I really like the bow. I really want to have a shot with it. But I don't have all my stuff at home. Maybe I do. Option 6. So the option 6 comes from 50 to 80 pounds. Drilling 26 to 30. You need modules to do that. The mass weight is 4.3. It feels pretty light. I would guess 4.2, but 4.3 I think is fair. It's definitely not on the heavy end of town. IBO speed 342, I've already said that. That's the other thing. On the Elite website, the actual pictures of the bow are pretty average. I don't know how much it sells for in America. To me, I haven't priced this bow, so I'm going to guess what I'm going to sell it for. So let's compare the other top-of-the-line bows I have on the market today. The Matthews Triax sells for, in Australia, $14.50. This is right there next to it. It's longer axle. I like the riser better than the Triax. The Evolve from PSE, an awesome little bow. I'm going to say it's got a better paint finish to it. The PSE Evolve sells for $13.50. I'm going to say this looks a little bit better than the Evolve with the wood hand grips and stuff. This little thing here, this is to stop the limb bolt stripping out. This is good. Now it's pretty standard on PSEs today. I'm going to say this is going to sell for more than $13.50. I'm going to guess it's going to be around $14.50. It could be up towards the $1,600. I'm going to guess that my competitors sell this for $1,600. I'm going to guess the Australian price should be $14.50. Right up against the Matthews, dollar for dollar. That's my guess. I'm really interested to look to see what it is in price. Oh, I just want to go and check. Let me go and check what this bow sells for in price, because price to me is so important in the overall sale of a product. At the top end, less so. But people still go, oh, $13.50 versus $14.50 versus $16.50. What's better value for money? Okay, so when I looked up my competitors, they sell this bow for $16.89. It's too much at $16.89, and this is why dealers were going to be really worried about me hitting the market here, because at $16.89, to me this bow is a little bit overpriced. Now I don't think I'm going to be $16.89 for this bow, because I know if I don't sell stuff, the other dealers mark up a lot more. So I'm going to guess in America, and I haven't checked in America what these bows sell for, but I'm going to guess they sell for pretty much the same as the Matthews. So I'm going to guess around $14.50. But tonight I'll have the price on this bow. Now $14.50, this is a bow that interests me. It's got two little sight holes here, so you can change the sight up and down. That's pretty cool. One little hole here, but the bow feels pretty good. And I'm pretty happy that they sell it for $16.89, because I know that's too much for this product. If I'm $16.89, I'm in trouble. So now it comes with a hat, instruction manual. We're not going to go through that because that's pretty boring stuff. The hat looks quite cool. That's a pretty good bow though. Like, I would shoot that. To me, it looks like a 35-inch bow. It looks to me like the size of an Evolve 35. That's a really nice bow. I'm really looking forward to shooting it. So the next one we want to open is the Impulse 31. I'm just waiting for all the phone calls from dealers phoning up America and going off to Elite. And you know you're watching. The Impulse 31. So I've got black and black, so very popular bows, black. Black today sells as much. I sell as many blacks as I do camo. Yeah, I could hear a dog yelping in the background. I thought it might be my dog stuck, but my dog's in bed trying to sleep, so it was obviously the neighbour's dog. Now this bow's 31 inches axle to axle. This is more the traditional bow that I'm familiar with Elite. You've got your solid limbs under not a lot of tension. Now this is 31 inches axle to axle, 340 feet per second. A standard cable guard. So this is the last one, the option 6 had the rollers. Machine limb pockets, which are pretty much the same. Nice little wood grip. Cams to me. Now on the last one, the option 6 have got a little special padding here where the string stop comes and hits. This model doesn't. They've got these little things here that's meant to stop it when you dry fire the bow, stop the limbs falling apart. Don't dry fire a bow. The bow feels nice. The balance is pretty good. Leans forward. I think that will pretty much sit in my hand when I shoot. 31 inches axle to axle is a nice size for hunting. The weight feels pretty good. Drilling from 26 to 30. A 50 to 80 pound again. This is why hunters like this bow, because they've got 80 pounds. 4.2 pounds, so slightly lighter than the option 6. It feels more compact, and it does feel a little bit lighter. It feels pretty nice. It's got the standard 2 holes here. It's clear to me the option 6 is a newer model because it's got the roller slides, it's got the little things down there, but I think the little logos here are nice. The finish on the black is like a powder coat. It's not rough. So some of the companies produce a rough finish. This is like I feel like this is a really robust finish. I feel like I could drop this bow on the concrete and it's not going to chip, and it's not rough on my hands. Some of the black finishes, like on your bears, I think even Matthews from memory, some of their Matthews. I think Matthews has got a couple of different finishes. PSE is a smooth finish on their black. This is it's a rough finish, but it's smooth, if that makes any sense at all. It's a really nice finish. The standard spots here for the 2-piece quiver. Pretty nice bow. Now to me, this is a cheaper bow. So in Australia, the option 6 was selling for $16.89. I think it's a $14.50 bow. I think this bow is probably $200 cheaper in Australia. It's got your standard little limb. This is where the limb bolts go into, stop it stripping out. Graphics are nice. This is a nice little bow. I'm going to guess in Australia things were overpriced. So I'm going to guess in Australia they're selling it for $14.50. I think this is really around a $1,200 bow. And at $1,200 it puts it below the Evolves, puts it below the Matthews. That's where I think this bow should be priced at, $1,200. Let's go and see what they sell it for. So this bow in Australia currently sells for $1,300. I think you'll probably see it being sold for, so if they're selling for $1,300, I'm guessing they're marking it up over what the average markup is. So I'm going to guess, I guess $1,200. So I'm even guessing it's going to be a little under that, maybe $1,150. Now $1,150, if this sells for $1,150, I haven't priced it out yet. It might be $1,300, but I'm just guessing that my competitors are marking up more than normal. Now I will say on that as well, when you look at the wholesale price on this, they are actually marking up their wholesale more. The dealers aren't making anything on it. So they actually mark the wholesale up heaps, and then the dealers have this no margin. I do exactly the opposite. My wholesale is virtually no markup, and then there's a markup there for retailers, and retailers can make a living. So anyway, that's no disrespect to those other shops. I understand why you do it. But yeah, that's what I do. That's what I believe in. Anyway, that's a pretty cool bow, and wait to see what the price is. We'll do reviews on all these bows. Hello, square boxes. These are about 60 centimeters by 60 centimeters. I have 3 of them. Okay. So this is your Elite. So QAD RRS is a huge RRS. This drop away. Elite, like PSE, like Matthews, like Hoyt, uses the QAD RRS, and they brand it Elite. So they have matching camo. So it's got this little Elite logo there. They've got black, they've got camo. It comes in the cool little packaging. That cool. QAD for me is a big company. As far as it's one of the biggest rests I sell. It's the Whisker Biscuit is the biggest. QAD is second biggest. Right, these are the strings. So I've ordered strings for all the Elite bows because I figure everyone's marking up lots. Don't ask me what I'm selling stuff for because I haven't priced it out. I'll price it out tonight. I'm just figuring it's cheaper than everyone else. So that's what their strings look like. They come, these are factory strings. This is for an Elite. This is an option 6, silver and black. Impulse. So generally if I sell a bow, I'll have the strings. The problem with some of the manufacturers, I'm going to pick PSE, is they don't do nice packaging for their strings. So it's really hard for me to know when I have a whole pile of strings, what string goes on what bow. So it's hard for me to stock. Now Matthews have got their zebra twist, and each string comes in a separate box, and I found that really hard. So let's say you had a chill, then you go, well, I need the chill string, I need the chill cables, so I need to find 3 boxes. These are nice, they're nice and simple. I think the pricing is pretty good on their strings, so pretty happy about that. Okay, now I've said before I'm a big fan of 2-piece quivers. This is the Elite 2-piece quiver. It's metal, foam on the inside, matching camo. It's got a nice little logo there. Two, so for either thick carbon or little thin carbons. I don't think this is cheap. You can see it's got the different options there: Realtree Extra, Realtree Max, Realtree APS, or black. 4 or 6. Now I'm generally going to stock 6 arrows because that's one. I hate modules as a shop. I have so many modules for so many bows. It's just an absolute nightmare. You know, do you have a 26-inch module for a Matthews Triax? No, I don't. When will it be in? I don't know, because it depends how fast they ship. It's quite good. Each little area is marked with a number. It's got draw stops there, spare screws. This is a pretty good little kit. Still takes up a fair bit of space in the shop. I've just went and bought a whole bunch of these to put all my other modules in from the various bows I have. That's pretty much my Elite shipment. Now I do have more bows coming, but that's it. So now I've got to work to put this all online. That's Elite. We'll do some tests on these bows, see how they shoot, compare them to other bows. To me, they're very, I want to say, similar to the Obsession bows. Obsession have got a whole bunch of different cams in their lineup, but they do have a cam like the Elite bows. But Elite do have the whole package of the quivers and the arrow rests and all that sort of stuff, which makes it a nice little product. And if the pricing is right, cross my fingers, this bow will sell, but we'll see. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Thanks for watching. That's my Elite first shipment in, and now I've got to test them and see what I think of these bows and put them in my shop and let customers try them. Thanks for watching. Bye.